Your competitive rank in Overwatch can vary quite a bit from game to game, and honestly it is a very confusing system the way it's set up in Overwatch 2, specifically if you're coming from Overwatch 1. So in this video I'm going to be going over pretty much what's holding your rank back. If you guys want me to do a guide on what the rank system is, what is SR, what is MMR, and all those details, drop a comment down below letting me know you guys want to see that. But we're going to be focusing on mainly what's holding your rank back, some of the biggest tips I can give you, some things I wish I knew when I started. So before we dive straight into this, make sure you guys do drop a sub if you're new to the channel. I have been dishing out Overwatch content pretty much almost daily so far, and you guys have been showing a lot of support, so it would mean the world to me if you guys subscribed. And let's get straight into this. The first thing we are going to cover here is going to be the hero selection stage, right? Now, a lot of people will probably just lock an instant hero they love, they've been playing for a while, and just stick with it, not really give it much thought, not really care what their teammates are picking, and they just kind of want to play what they're most comfortable with. This is a huge mistake, and I cannot stress this point enough, and I've made this mistake multiple times, right? You need to understand that what you're doing, probably everyone is thinking the same exact thing. Right now, what the problem with this is, for example, if you main DPS like 99% of the population, unfortunately in Overwatch 2 so far in competitive play, you will pretty much be taking someone else's favorite position to play. Whether that person knows how to play any other position or not is going to be left up in the air, and they're pretty much going to have to pick a hero they're not comfortable with, right? So what I'm trying to get at here is, don't be the one that insta picks, right? All the other teammates will probably do this. Now, we're assuming you're not playing in a party and this is just random queue. Once again, if you're playing in a party, this is a whole different animal, and you guys can actually coordinate who picks who, right? So when you guys jump into a random queue game, do not insta pick. Actually wait, let your teammates pick so they're most comfortable with whatever they're comfortable with, right? And you try to play around your teammates. Trust me, this will do you wonders. And honestly, this does go back to my main point which I made previously regarding making sure that you are mastering more than one position, right? So if you know how to play DPS and tank, or if you know how to play DPS and healer, that would be me for example, make sure you guys are tuning into those live streams because we get down for sure. Anyways, right, so make sure you're maining more than one role so that when your teammates pick a position, you're actually decent with another position, right? I find that a lot of times I'm losing most of my ranked matches. I am basically almost on my way to plat, which is pretty decent for a new Overwatch player, right? A lot of people just insta pick a hero, and whenever there's any argument about who can pick who, the other person just settles for whatever hero they can play, and they're not even good with that hero, right? Now imagine if your teammates can pick whatever they're best at, and you pick whatever's left, but you're still good with that hero because you are a well-rounded player and you have multiple, once again, multiple advantages of every hero. You can play almost any hero, right? So this is very important, and make sure you guys are following this. A lot of people just main whatever singular position, and some people even go as far as only maining one hero, so all they can play is basically Cassidy, and that's pretty much it. They can't even aim with Ashe, etc. So once again, make sure you all are well-rounded. Let your teammates pick first. If you're in random queue, pick whatever's left over, and trust me, your teammates will actually play better because they're playing what they're comfortable with. That's pretty much it for this first tip here, and I think it's a big one. That's why I started with it. A lot of people miss it, and I understand, right? You want to play what you're comfortable with, but like I said before, right, if you keep doing what makes you comfortable, your teammates are just going to do the same thing, and then you just end up losing because you all just play one thing, right? So make sure you're practicing your tank, your support, and your DPS, right? And specifically your support. Check out my previous video. I made a whole support guide, how to play every main meta support currently, that being Myra, Mercy, and Sinataraa, and how to counter those supports as well. So make sure you guys tune into the other guys, and let's move on to the next point. For our next point here, we're going to be going over pretty much a quick warm-up right before you hop into a game. Now this is a very important point, right? A lot of people just sort of tend to hop into competitive play, or they might basically do a practice range, which honestly is not even a good enough warm-up. You need to jump into those custom made matches with your friends, or jump into a skirmish, etc., and just practice with your hero, practice hitting your shots, practice those hooks with Roadhog, your heals, your movement, and it will do you wonders, right? It'll probably save you that first game. Now keep in mind, even if you lose your first game and you skip this step and you don't do your warm-up, you're pretty much still good enough for the second game, and you've done your warm-up using that first loss you just earned if you lose your first game without warming up. But saving that first game will probably save your rank, right? That's one less loss on your record. basically, and when you hit those 7 wins, hopefully not 20 losses, you will basically be ranking up. Now this point here for the next tip is gonna be a huge game changer for you, and quite honestly I've learned this about 2 days from the day you guys are seeing this video up. Now what happened basically is I was playing ranked one time and I noticed that my teammates were really good. So what I did was I said, hey guys in the chat, you guys want to add, maybe we'll play some time. And what I started to do pretty much is start adding anyone that was decent and I felt like I played really well with. And long and behold, a few hours later, I had a lot of decent people on my friend list that were good at the game and that were pretty active, and we started playing and we started winning more and more, and my rank was going up. So the key here is, when you notice someone good on your team, right? And I made this whole guide around people that play random queue, because honestly I think those are the ones that are struggling the most, that are stuck in elo hell and believe elo hell is real, as J3 would say. Make sure you're adding your teammates, right, that are decent at the game, right? Your friend list will grow, you start playing with them and you start forming parties, right? And that moves you from that random queue bracket into actually having a party. And believe it or not, before you realize it, you actually have friends that are good at the game, right? And this tip will pretty much progress you through the ranks like you've never seen before, right? I implemented this, and the next day I played with a group of friends that I made, and we won, I kid you not, around 10 games in a row. And we weren't just winning, the other team stood no chance, right? We were communicating, comboing our ults, doing all the good stuff that I say to you guys in the guides in this channel. So make sure you guys, once again, check out those guides. They will do you wonders as well. And we were winning every single game, and it was never going to overtime, and we were just running over the other teams. And keep in mind, we were all like high gold and plat, right? So the competition is there. But once again, having that communication, having those teammates and friends did me wonders for my rank. So make sure you guys follow this one. I think this is probably more of a hack than a tip, because it's just amazing. And last but not least, we're going to be moving on to our last tip for you guys here for how to save your rank. And honestly, this is a really chill one. I wasn't even going to add this one, you know, I was going to just end it off with the last one because it's an amazing hack. But all it is for the last point here is to just take a simple break. That is honestly all you need, right? Everyone knows Overwatch, as fun as it may be with all the skills and the heroes and the movement, and honestly a very well-rounded game, very competitive. Simply taking a break and stepping away from the game, maybe even watching some Overwatch videos if you're absolutely addicted to the game like me, you know, watch some of my videos, hint hint. Make sure you guys step away right from the game, maybe even play quick play, or just honestly play another game, or just take a break and take a chill. That's all you got to do, and then jump right back into it, right? Mentality is a huge thing, and you probably noticed it even playing Overwatch games, where you tend to lose your first round of a game by an absolute landslide, and you just get clapped your second round also. Why? Because the mentality of the team was basically tarnished, right? So mentality is huge, right? A loser's mentality will just cause you to lose more. So just simply taking a break, right, coming back to a game and doing well is a very possible thing. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up everything throughout this video. Once again, nice, simple and sweet and short for you guys. So if you have made it this far into the video, I would kindly suggest you drop a sub, because I'm going to be dishing out a lot more content like this in the future. As you guys have seen, the channel's been doing well with the content so far for Overwatch, and I'm just basically going to keep dishing it out. Now, once again, I do live stream on Twitch, and I started doing this recently, so some of you guys have dropped by. So make sure you guys follow it, and it's going to be the pinned comment on this video, right? My Twitch channel, it is basically iTeHee with different spelling, an H, an extra H here and there. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed once again. This has been your boy iTeHee. Have a good one, and peace.